Hi everyone. So I am so excited to start and to join Jessica Lee in her Pan and Everything Project Pan. I literally just typed in my name to like register, and when I came across her video, I was like, yes, that is one of the videos, or at least one project that I want to attempt this year. And over the past year and a half, 2 years, I think I've been on this platform now, just a little over 2 years, where I've even created my own game. I've helped collaborate to just Project Monopoly. I've helped Andy from the Makeup of the Mundane create a game. I've done Deck of Panning. I've done other ones, participated in some Fantastic Ladies, but this year I feel like I need to be very selective in the projects that I'm joining, and this one seems broad enough where I can pull it off. So my kids are home, so I can sense them running in very soon. So I'll see how fast I can do this. I think short and sweet. And I know that in her video, it's like you choose several of them to kind of, you choose several pans to try to pan, or just a jar that you would try to get to the bottom of. I'm gonna probably treat this more as like, where is my collection at? Kind of like a pan those palettes sort of thing. So I might kind of combine the two, like pan those palettes, because my collection just moves and shifts. I franken things constantly. I have organic and inorganic pans. I have jars that I empty and repackage, and thus the jar is empty, but another jar isn't all of a sudden. So I feel like it might just be one of those things where I will just kind of update what I can. That's kind of like a summary. I do my makeup dates, which I'm starting to do more as a vlog format, so you kind of see the shifts real time. And then I think this type of video, this update that I'll probably do every month, is gonna be more like summarizes, like kind of what happened over the last month and what pans and jars and things have shifted around. And we'll just kind of see where it goes. I'm gonna use this project as much as I want to, like, I don't know. I like to stick to the rules, but also I'm like pan and everything, like kind of do what pan and everything means to me. And I think for me, that is my ultimate goal, is to have my pan and everything. I think the main things I'm looking at right now is my little library here. This is really the only other like eyeshadow or like powder product type things that I have between these two. This is my everyday, and then I just kind of pull from this library. I really want to see more pans. I've been saying that like all of last year. Once I created this, I want more pans. I have a few other things that I, could use pan on. I mean, I have like these eyeshadow palettes and stuff like that. Is this one my Chaos palette? Yes, Chaos palette, which I've had very, very little kind of expectations for. This is really like my colorful have fun palette. And then also the powder here. The other thing that I pulled in, which I don't think I have, is like I have a huge container of loose powder that I'm trying to work through as well. And I have like various jars here and there. I really enjoy working from jars. I also have this powder blush here too. So just kind of giving like a quick overview of all of my random products now. I have this jar of Bobbi Brown vitamin enriched face base that I'm working through. I don't think I have anything here. I don't really know why I keep this in here actually. Oh, I have like really random stuff in here, so I don't think that's worth showing. But I think I just want to take this intro video, be like, yes, I want to have pan and everything. And it's hard. I guess I could say like what I'm focusing on right now and the things that I'm like touching to maybe start getting pan in those things, or to finish up. Like the main goal in my collection in general is, one, not to have excess, and then I'm just kind of working on getting containers and things out of my collection, like really streamlining them in a way that makes sense to me. And sometimes I strategically keep containers around if they seemed like the right size for me. I have a quite small, not really small, but like I keep all of my beauty and skincare products in this basket. And so I kind of need everything to fit in there. And so I keep a lot of like more sample jars and smaller things, and end up transferring a lot of things in there. And so anyways, all that to say, let me show you what I'm working on right now. I'm not going to choose anything specific for this project. It's just going to be like, this is what I'm working on across the board, through my other projects, and also just through what I'm wanting to work on right now. So I'm just going to show you some things. I don't know, they might not even exist next time I update, but I'll let you guys know. So in my condensed makeup palette, this is my everyday. Right now I have a few shades in here. This is a my last lipstick pan for now, which I'm very excited about. This is a new Franken that I just created, and I kind of mixed the two of them. Woodwinked is in a project and is a little bit too dark for me. This one, I think I pulled into a project. I'm not sure, but for some reason, I pulled it in and I mixed it with this contour shade, and I do use this both on my face and my eyes. So that's kind of what's going on in there. I'm not touching anything in here just yet, but I did just pull in this one into a project, and I'm trying to work through. My goal for this one this year is to actually inorganically pan as much of this as possible. Part of that will be through, I've used these shimmery shades in nail polish looks a lot, so that's been cool. It's not really a look, but nail polish, whatever. And then these kind of more neutral tones, they're pretty matte, will go into my face powder actually, so those will also get inorganically panned. The two darker shades, I'm not really sure about. They're both like really soft, but I think that's my goal. I actually did pull this into a project just now. And so I'm going to try to touch those two shades that don't really have plans for right now, and figure out if I just want to leave it in here or whatever. The reason why I said I wanted to pan this is because I don't find the shade selection like that reflective of the painting that it's showing. So, and I have in my Chaos palette, I think you quickly saw, I feel like my Chaos palette actually reflects this better than the actual one does. But like greens and blues, and I also have these shades too. So I feel like if I can put those into the Monet palette, I would be, I mean, one, it would not be a palette I would use up. It would just be a fun palette for me. And I just love this packaging so much that I just want to put something that's, more reflective of the painting for me. It would be weird. The pan shapes are definitely weird, but this palette is so beautiful. So, so that's that. And then I do dip into my new Willa blush right now. So I'm working on it, but I don't really expect a pan on it. In terms of what I would like to see pan on next, man, I would love to see, I think there's definitely a dip going on in the contour. So I would love to see when that's going to hit pan. But what's interesting is that this year I've had, and maybe I like filmed the whole video, ended up deleting it, but this year I think one of the big words that came up for me at the beginning of the year was savor, which is such a weird word, but I think it almost goes against the grain of Project Pan in a lot of ways. And it's interesting to bring it up here because it's like pan and everything, like go get it, right? But I think it does relate because as much as I want to see pan and everything, I also don't want to be rushing the process, which I think I've done a lot of over my last 2, 3, even 5 years of doing Project Pan. I've been in this space for a very, very long time and just haven't really been posting about it until recently, relatively recently. And the concept of being able to enjoy and savor my collection I just haven't had that opportunity. And I think my collection is finally at a place where it makes sense. Like I have definitely more than just like your quote normal, not even beauty consumer, just like person who puts makeup on their face. Like if you're not beauty, like, I don't know what, like if you're not interested in beauty, like, you have such a small collection or a very like limited collection. But for me, I think I have what's right for me in my level of my beauty interest. And I think I'm at just a point where I'm just like, maybe I don't need to rush through things. I don't actually have a lot of excess. So it'll be interesting to actually be joining this project, to be like, I want to see pan and everything. One, because I want to know it's well loved, but also to see what rate I get through things, or like what kind of pans am I expanding and stuff like that. So all that to say, it'll be very interesting to watch it this year. Watch me panning this year. I think it'll just feel different. And so you probably won't see as much progress from me than usual. Yeah. But I think it'll be still exciting to see kind of what it looks like, at least for me, at not even a normal pace, because my normal pace was still kind of intense. I think at this new pace of savoring things just a little bit, right? Only using what I need. Like how far that really get me this year. It'll probably be less, but part of me is like, I know my products are quote fresh enough to where I can slow down and it'll be okay. It's better for me, my finances, my goals and things like that, if I just take a breather on it. But I still do have the goal to have a pan in as many things as I can this year. But I think I'm just excited to see kind of how long it'll take. If anything, I'm gonna try to expand the pans. So definitely on this lipstick one, I'll see myself expanding the pan this month. I'm gonna try to get this this dip a little bit bigger, and then also I can see this one getting a little wider as well. It'd be cool. This one's actually quite a shallow pan. I don't know if you can tell how thin, like deep inside, like pressed inside that is. I could see that one also getting a dip in it soon. And then I don't think the dark one's gonna flake out. It's been iffy on me the last few times I've used it. And then I also do, I don't think it'll be this month, but I've been using the, oops, oh wow, it just like flaked all over. I've been using the two cream shades that are in here as mixers for my DIY loose shadow. So I could also see that being inorganically panned. I'm just trying so hard not to buy a new face powder. I do have one face powder I'm working through. Like that's just something I could scrape into my DIY loose powder, but I love this powder so much. This MAC one, and I don't purchase from MAC anymore, so I'm like really savoring it, like speaking of savoring. But I'm trying to hold off on buying any pressed powders and using that mix, because that mix is from here. It's like almost perfect to my skin tone. It's kind of crazy. Not that anybody would ever be able to replicate it. But yeah, these two, and then I like swatch it on my hand, and it like basically disappears. I'm like, where did you go? There's a little bit of glitter in it, but I think it's sparse enough where I'm like, I don't care enough, and I mix it with so much stuff that it really doesn't come through. But yeah, I think that's like part of me learning how to savor and how to be okay with waiting to buy the next thing. I'm like, I barely have any face powder left. I should get a new backup, but I'm like, no, I don't, because I have tons of face powder to work through. Like that jar, it's like a Ben Nye jar of loose face powder. And I have this mixer of other things I'm mixing into it, like a powdered sunscreen and stuff. So it's like, I really shouldn't. Like, I really don't need to buy another face powder until like summer probably. And it's almost gonna be like a new competition of like, how long can I wait before I buy like whatever I'm eyeing. So like face powders being one of them. I just had another one. Eye cream I might get in my NYX FabFitFun. But yeah, just like being willing to wait on some things that I thought were basics and like staples in my collection. But I think that's one of the ways that pan and everything works, is that you won't get pan and stuff unless you're working in it. So you shouldn't get other pans of stuff, right? So anyways, all that to say, I think what we could be eyeing together is, I think 3 pans in here, 1, 2, and 3. And then, I would like to update you on how some of these shades are looking, if these have any inorganic pans in them shortly. So that will be interesting. And then I don't think, I mean, I'm finishing up like a little jar of cream, but I don't think that's gonna be that exciting. I have this lip mask that I created, that I made, and am working through. I literally just made this yesterday. I just put in a MAC paint pot, but yeah, this is a lip mask. So that might be interesting to update you on. I'm hoping to keep it in here for a little while, so maybe. Okay, well, here's where it's starting. Literally brand new, like yesterday I dipped into it, made it and dipped into it. And then I will let you know if my DIY face powder is going through another iteration or not. I think those will be the few things I'll update you on. So, pan and everything, here we go. I don't know, I'm not one for pictures, so you're not gonna see those. Sorry, you just have to like trust me in terms of like I used it or didn't use it. But that's where we're gonna go from. All right, well, I will see you next time for pan and everything. Thank you so much, Jessica, for creating this and kind of keeping it going all these years. I saw you're on update 26, just what you uploaded today. So congrats to you and how long you've kept it going. So I guess 26, if it's month by month, is like a little over 2 years. Maybe you created it before that, I don't know, and just haven't, maybe you didn't update every month, I don't know. But yes, I'm so glad I get to join you, and this will be it's my intro, not update 1 yet. This always confuses me. But anyways, thank you for joining me for this video, and I will see you next time.